Alrighty, hi everybody. Hope you enjoyed that brief intermission. Please turn your phones back off again. We got for the first act no light trouble, so let's see if we can do it again. Alright, thank you all so much. And without further ado, Act 2, Sweeney, Todd, and String of Pearls.
Thank you for that little respite, Your Honor. I found that we all tend to function a bit more effectively after a bit of nourishment. Now, you'll recall before proceeding further, where we left our major players in this little charade. Not surprisingly, Mrs. Lovett soon found it necessary to compose a brief missive to her newest employee.
You are growing dissatisfied, and therefore it becomes necessary to explain to you your real position, which is simply this. You are a prisoner, and were such from the first moment that you set foot where you are now. You will find that unless you are resolved upon sacrificing your life, your best plan will be to quietly give in to the circumstances in which you find yourself placed.
Of course, Jarvis Williams soon grew weary of eating nothing but the pies. His anxiety was further heightened upon receiving Mrs. Lovett's note.
Without going into any argument or details upon the subject, it is sufficient to inform you that so long as you continue to make the pies, you will be safe. But if you refuse, then the first time you are caught sleeping, your throat will be cut.
Gracious heaven! Am I then indeed condemned to such a slavery? Is it possible that in the very heart of London I am a prisoner, and without the means of resisting the most frightful threats that are uttered against me? Surely, surely this must all be a dream. It is too terrific to be true. Oh, let death come in any shape it may. It is welcome.
I need not remind Your Honor that we live in the most desperate of times. Some of us manacled by the chains of London, others enslaved by more tangible confines. A sealed underground vault, a crypt in a decaying church, or the forged bars of an asylum.
I shall never again look upon the bright sky and the green fields. I shall be murdered here because I know too much. What can save me now? Oh, what an evil chance it was that brought me back to my mother's. I should be far, far away from here, instead of, as I know I am, condemned to death in this dreadful place. Help! Help! Have mercy upon me, and I will do anything, promise anything, swear anything. Despair seizes upon me.
Despair seizes upon me. The condemnatory curse of modern life, wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? But to return to my own situation, quite fortuitous, or so it would seem at the time. Here now, lad, why do you hover about this establishment?
You are the proprietor, sir.
Yes, I am.
You were once glad to find your shop.
Yes.
I would be glad to take a situation.
You see here, boy. Wanted, a lad on strict religious principles.
Yes, sir.
You fulfill such requirements, then?
Oh, yes, sir.
Very well. But you don't seem like that you want such a place. Who and what are you?
I'm an orphan. I was left to take care of a stepmother who was cruel to me. I didn't like her and I ran away.
Where from?
Oxford.
Oxford, Oxford. So no one knows you then in London, my little lad?
No one at all. I came here comfortably enough in a wagon. Although if I don't get something to do, I shall have to go back, which I would not like at all. I'd rather be anything in London than go back to Mrs. Green.
Green. And what's your name?
Charlie Green, of course. You see, she married my father. That's why her name's the same as mine.
Harkey. I feel disposed to take you on account of your friendless condition. I feel for you. I'm an orphan myself, and that's a fact. Yes, a poor orphan with nothing but my strong sense of religion to support me. I'll take you on trial.
I am much beholden to you, sir.
Your duties will consist of minding the shop if I happen to be absent. You will have 6 a day, but nothing more from me, for out of that you will provide yourself with food. The best thing to do is to go always to Mrs. Lovett's in Bell Yard and have a pie for your dinner. You will sleep at night here in the shop. Run messages, see and hear much, but if you mention anything that goes on here, I will cut your throat.
You may depend on me, sir. I'm only too happy in being taken care of such a respectable gentleman.
Indeed. Now you will mind the shop until I return. I have some business to take care of. If anyone comes, you tell them that they need not wait, for I shall probably be some time gone. And hark you, no peeping nor prying about. Sit still and touch nothing, for if you do, I shall most assuredly discover it, and your punishment will be certain and terrible.
I will be careful, sir.
Do so, and you shall be rewarded. Why, the last lad I had served me so well that I've had him taken care of for life in a fine, handsome country house, with grounds attached, a perfect villa, where he is waited upon by attendants in the most attentive manner.
How kind, and is he happy?
Quite, notwithstanding the general discontent of human nature, he is happy as a matter of course. If you mind my instructions, you shall yourself share as amiable a fate.
Very well, sir.
Let him be my aid for the sake of the truth.
Smell at St. Dunstan's Church. I never heard of that before, Colonel.
Indeed, sir. It's easy for anybody now to go lounging about Fleet Street without being taken much notice of. The whole place is agog with the horrid smell, as has been for never so long in the old church. The bishop as good as told them they might as well be damned first before he confirmed anyone in such a place.
Indeed.
You will thus, at all events, perceive that there is a great mystery somewhere.
And guilt, I should say.
Todd,
Most decidedly.
I suspicioned as much. But what will you do? Believe me, I ask not of idle curiosity, but of firm faith, that what you set about to do, you will accomplish in a satisfactory manner.
Why, in the first place, I shall certainly pay a visit to St. Dunstan's. Thereafter, I shall go and get shaved at Todd's shop.
You will venture that?
Oh, yes, but do not fancy that I am so headstrong and foolish as to run any unnecessary risks in the matter. I shall do no such thing. You may be assured that I will do all in my power to provide for my own safety. We have heard before something of Mr. Todd.
Indeed, and of criminal character.
Yes, a lady once in the street took a fancy to a pair of shoe buckles and imitation diamonds that Todd wore on his way to some entertainment. She screamed out and declared that they had belonged to her husband, who had gone out to get himself shaved one morning and never returned. The case came before me, but the buckles were of too common a kind for the lady to persevere in her statement. Todd, who preserved the most imperturbable coolness throughout the affair, was, of course, discharged.
But the matter left a suspicion upon your mind.
It did, and more than once have I resolved in my own mind what means could be adopted of coming at the truth. Other affairs, however, of more immediate urgency, have occupied me. However, the circumstances you detail revive all my former feelings upon the subject. I now feel that the matter is in a shape to merit immediate attention. Colonel Jeffrey, would you consent to accompany me in my visit to Mr. Todd?
Of course, Sir Richard.
A most horrible idea has forced itself upon my consideration. Most horrible. Well, we shall see. It may not be so, and yet what a hideous probability stares me in the face. I shall go down at once to St. Dunstan's and see what they are really about. Yes, I think I shall not get much sleep now until some of these mysteries are further developed. The most horrible idea, truly.
My pursuit of the whereabouts of Lieutenant Thornhill and the welfare of Miss Joanna Oakley have led me here to you, sir. I thank you.
Of course, of course. I shall send word shortly of our pending transaction with Todd.
I can never live amid all these horrors. Oh, why don't they kill me at once? It would be much better and much more merciful. I can never live long here. Help! Help!
So you wonder already, boy?
Oh no, mercy! Mercy!
Oh, that's it now, is it? I'll tell you what it is. We have any more disturbances here. This is for square to silence that we always use. What do you think about that as an argument, Well now, boy, I see we understand each other. What is it you want?
Oh please, let me go. Let me go. Tell Mr. Todd I will do as he pleases and say nothing. Just let me out of this dreadful place. I am not mad. Indeed, I am not.
Here now, Tobias, Rag. We can't afford such disruption. Tomorrow's inspection day when we get an old fool of a physician to make us a visit.
Your report
anything in this world. You'd be surprised at what they say to me sometimes.
But I'm not mad. Indeed, I am not.
Oh, it's a bad case, I'm afraid. The strongest proof of insanity, in my opinion, Watson, is the constant reiteration of the statement he is not mad on the part of the lunatic. Don't speak it so often. No, of course, Nick, of course. Here we have a mere child. We were children ourselves once too, you know, to think that the divine spark of intelligence has gone into one so young is enough to make any feeling heart-throb with agony. He's a monomaniac and fancies that someone named Sweeney Todd is a murderer, and that he's discovered his bad practices. On all other subjects, he is sane enough. However, upon that, his presumed freedom from mental derangement, he is furious.
Confound little viper. You know I am not mad. I have been placed here because I become dangerous to the safety of criminal persons.
Do you hear him? Just as I said.
He's a devil, he is.
It strikes me forcibly that he endangers himself. Might well be found dead in his bed somewhere. I should not wonder if that was tomorrow morning, right before our little inspection. What's your opinion, love?
Wouldn't surprise me at all, miss.
Put him in a jacket and chain him to the bed. My heart bleeds to see him in such pain.
Murderer! Let me go! Here now, devil, what a deal of good you've done yourself now. Let go of me, you drunken swine. Drunken swine, is it? I'll show you what that'll get you.